today it feels like we're actually starting to make some progress, starting to build up the inside after spending so long cutting holes in the outside, sticking bits on, fixing rust. We're actually starting to hit phase one of building the inside, and that is putting the floor battens down so we can put the insulation on. I'll show you. Using the standard kind of 25mm pressure treated battens from Wicks that everyone seems to use, and then gonna have the king span in between in the middle. Laid down the first three, and you can see two there have just got some weight on just to keep them down so they stick, and I've marked up the next ones just using Sikaflex adhesive to keep them down. Some people screw them. We chose not to screw them because there's already been enough holes in the van, so we didn't want to screw any more down. I think it'll be strong enough, but we'll come back and check after. Just getting to the last batten, I guess, the Crossways one, so one of the main ones down the bottom end. But there's more holes to fill in. I'll show you. Just down here there were some massive bolts. Don't know what they were holding in, but needed an angle grinder to get them off. Headless. As you can see, it's a bit rusty, going rusty underneath, so follow me underneath. Just been using the drill and the wire brush to get rid of the rust, and then put a bit of primer under there and seal it up. Ready for the last pattern to go down, and then that's pretty much all of the holes filled in. Give you a little update on floor progress. It's got the vast majority of the battens down now. It does probably look a little excessive, but just want to make sure it's got enough support. No screws, so all glued down with the EBT. Just got a couple more to do along here. This back one to glue down. Now the bolt's out of the way. Just going to show you a couple of things up here. Now, this is probably not technically the best thing to do, but it worked well for me. There's some layers here where I needed to glue battens down, but there was only a narrow high bit or a lack of high bit, and just use some mastic tape to build the level up, and it works really well. You can see it just gives it a little bit more to stick to and sit on. Something else that we've done using, well, again a bit of mastic, but there was a 2-inch hole here, which covered up using a bit of offcut from a panel that we took out. I'll fill in that little hole that's left on top, but the big hole's now covered, which is good. A combination of mastic, metal and sealant. Well, you won't be able to see it, so it doesn't really matter. And then we've never really talked about it before, but there was a big 5-inch hole, 100mm hole here, which we're not going to fill in. We're going to use as some additional circulation in the van, which will help when it's really hot. And the fridge is going to go somewhere near this corner, so that vent will also help for the cooling effect. Yeah, pretty much it. Got the heater going because it's only about 3 degrees today, so help everything dry and stick. Yeah, I think an hour or two, I'll have the rest stuck down. all down. Well, the battens for the floor are all down. All nice and stuck. No nails or screws required. Nice and stuck down. Today, got my beautiful partner in crime helping. So we're going to get it all insulated out and put the old floor back on top. Just have the aluminium tape to put down as a vapor barrier. Okay, so now finished the vapor barrier, which is the final step of insulating the floor. So using this 100mm hippo tape and 50mm rhino tape. Not sure why all aluminium tape is named after large African animals, but never mind. Use the 100mm on the battens and the nice straight bits, and the 50mm kind of around the edges on the more fiddly bits and around the wheel arches. And so that's the final step done. Ready for the floor to go back in. I'll quickly show you what it looks like. You can see, and then the more fiddly bits around the edge. For our flooring, we've chosen to go with this grey wood effect peel and stick vinyl, mainly just for the durability and the ease of use and general flexibility that it gives us. And we really like the look of this particular floor as well. I think it will fit in really nicely. We're now about to dry lay it just to see how it goes together. Just spent a couple of hours dry laying the floor, getting a layout that we're happy with, and now we're going to stick it down properly.
This was so much harder than we thought it was going to be. We thought a couple of hours we could probably stick it down, and also in the camera it looks much more stripy than it actually is in real life.
It's getting a bit dark too, isn't
it? Yeah, we've got a bit of a dodgy light. But yeah, we're going to start sticking it down now.
See how far we get. So at the weekend we were putting down this vinyl or peel and stick vinyl flooring. It wasn't actually sticking very well in the end. Saying that was quite well stuck. But some of them are really not stuck very well. So this back end, they weren't sticking at all. So to help it stick, I'm going to sand it down a little bit, just lightly, to hopefully get rid of any of the grime that's on top. We did give this floor a really good clean before. Didn't really paint it or anything because we knew we were going to cover it up. But yeah, there's obviously still quite a lot of grime on it, so it's not sticking at all. So yeah, like I say, going to sand it down, and then we're just going to kind of give it a coat of this instant impact adhesive, just to help it stick down, because we don't want it coming up. Doing it again in a storm, so everything's shut up, and I'll just do what I can till this weather passes. hopefully that will be enough. Don't really want to do any more because it's creating a lot of dust. Here we have our finished floor, despite a massive storm going on outside. The glue before worked really well, worked much better than just sticking it down with a peel and stick. Really happy with it, it looks great.